Yes, it is fixed. Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna hang up. Bye.
Yep. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
Okay, so sorry guys, you missed the introduction that we did here with the screen coverage. I just had the overlay on because I was still waiting for the stream to start and to figure out a few things, but then I forgot to change the overlay back. Very sorry for that, but we're gonna continue, and you guys have full vision as we have. Now.
The image with gonna start soon was already there, and you didn't remove it.
Yeah, I forgot to remove the scene. It's next to scene I have to untick. Yeah, I still have to get used to that. I didn't have it before, but some guy said you should make something like that instead of just streaming your desktop or whatever. But anyway, back into the game. We see the shrine population still very even. Both of them are at 60 population, and no market yet though for both of them. Of course,
Yeah, usually market is when you reach age 1. That's when you start doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nagayumi used 2 villagers on the Wonder. Ruja is using only 1, and he's a bit late.
Yeah, if we compare goats, by the way, you see that Nagayumi has found 2 goats, and Diarouga has found 3, but that means
Yes,
there's
there are
like
like
5 left.
oh, I only see like 2 more on the map.
Yeah, that's actually quite weird. This
Yeah.
is an 8 spawning goat thing, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 8 goats overall.
Maybe they are somewhere attached to shrines.
Oh, look, there is one in the middle.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
and one there.
that's undiscovered yet.
Okay, but we know of course that if you have those goats attached on shrines, they will
It-
of course boost your shrine rate a little bit more than... I don't see a goat over there though.
See, the left side is not shrined at all. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, like that, yes, yes. Well, I think it's a good thing for Diarouga, don't you think? I mean, he has still the option to easy shrine that bottom, while
Yeah, exactly.
Nagayumi is just mostly shrining his part and the center part, and Diarouga
okay,
is
we
trying to
found-
shrine.
I found the last goat. It's tasked right here.
Ah, okay, good job. Okay, we see a wow, look at this. We see a very aggressive play here by Nagayumi. 2 forward
Yeah.
Rexes.
Exactly. That's what I did versus the Aruja today.
Okay.
He wanted to do my Zami strategy, and yeah, I just did these 2 forward Rexes and just push him very hard, so he can't go to fortress.
But do you go with a build like 600 wood for villages twice still, or do you ship like 5 Ashigaros for additional...
No, I just go the normal build.
Normal
with
build.
4 villagers, and after the second 4 villager card, I send 600 coins, so I have better
I see.
ashes.
But I think this is in line of sight. The 2 villages are in line of sight of the shrine, I would say.
Also, yeah, I think so.
So then he should know that there's something perhaps coming in. He doesn't know yet if it's a Consulate Rex Rush or 2 Rex Rush. I think he hasn't scouted the base of Nagayumi yet, so I don't think he knows, but he definitely has to scout out. Okay, look, there he goes, with the monkey there. He's gonna find out what's happening there.
Yeah, he's barely walking in the line of sight. I don't think he saw the Rex.
No, he's not gonna find it.
But I think he's gonna find it now, definitely. But I think the Aruja space is quite well built. Like if he would make some small pieces of walls here, Rexes, it would just be perfect defense, and he could like age easy.
Yeah, you still would go for an age up in this case.
Yeah, well, if that's what he's planning to do, yeah. But now, for example, because he's sieging these 2 shrines, I would just go with my, I don't know how many ashes he makes, like 9 or something. I would just go raid his base instantly.
But instantly then we have
Because
it.
I know that he basically will have more ashes coming out. That means he will have more than me.
Yeah, but if you're gonna age up, you're gonna lose a lot of shrines in the process though. So, and also by the way on the top side here we see that Nagayumi is also already allied to the Japanese again, so he switches consulate from the Portuguese. Where if you see on the other side here 8 crossbowmen being used by Diarouga. But that means that he's gonna lose a lot of shrines if he's not gonna make enough iron population to counter the army of Nagayumi.
Yes, exactly. But no, I
Might
think
have
the 8 expo is better early on.
Yes,
than-
I think so as well. We might have a little battle here, but Nagayumi looks like he's gonna retreat because he sees those 8 crossbowmen mixed in, and that's of course something he can take on right now.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he is happily sieging all the shrines on the left side with just 4 of these clubmen. They do quite a good job there. And that's also a disadvantage, by the way. I just want to point out quickly there. We mentioned before that the Aruja had the whole bottom side here, bottom left side left to still shrine, which is a very good thing. On the other hand, because he placed his shrine so aggressively on the left top, they were of course much closer to Nagayumi's base, which means it's also easier for Nagayumi to take out these shrines as he's doing right now.
For example, look at this hunt. It's also enshrined, maybe not even scouted by
Yeah.
any of them.
could be the case indeed. Looks like Nagayumi still is just gonna mix many more Ashigarus just to make sure that he can like overwhelm his opponent. And meanwhile,
I think if he does this, he's just gonna destroy completely his army. But Diarouga is not aging as it seems. He's just gonna push. Oh my god, this is... look at this.
yes, nice. These Ashigarus immediately pop out the barracks. Right away put in melee mode to slow down these crossbowmen, of course, to very good damage as well in the process.
I think Nagayumi should move his ashes from the back more forward. I think it was a better trade for Diarouga.
Yeah, he lost like 8 Ashigarus or something there. He's still ahead in military count though by 6, but of course part of that is in these Konisha Yamabushis, which are still seizing shrines on the left side.
Yes. I know they should be going here. Just not sit there and do nothing.
Well, they were attacking a hero they had left in there, but still the shrine population is like even. Both of them have 180, 170 shrines made, so.
Okay, this is interesting. The third Rex going up for Nagayumi, so he's gonna go full colonial.
I see, yes. Both of them, of course, did this very standard build here, 600 wood, 2 times 4 villages for the economy, and then both of them now shipped Ashigaru attack. Kind of the classic H2O based style for playing Japan in a mirror here. It looks like, okay, he decides to take out a few more shrines here on the right side, Nagayumi that is. And of course, Diarouga gonna respond and try to prevent him from killing all the shrines too easy. Meanwhile, the consulate from Diarouga is still in Portuguese. Don't you think it should be changed by now? Like,
exactly. If it gives 1 extra attack for your units.
yeah, as you see here, 28 compared to 27. Of course, with the advantage to Nagayumi here. And also, I think you do really need some of these clubmen to deal with the clubmen from the other guy, tank some damage in the main battle, but also, of course, siege shrines around the map.
Yeah, look, his ashes are sieging a bit here, but
he's gonna try to clean it up with the pikemen there.
I think he's just gonna clean it up.
Okay, interesting deviation here. We see that Diarouga shipped his daimyo, and on the other hand, Nagayumi is going for Team Shonin though, which of course increases your economy. So Nagayumi definitely gonna play out the long colonial game, it looks like, and probably gonna ship his daimyo after, I have to expect. Although I believe the next card for both of these guys has to be the 2 cherry orchards, right?
Let's see.
Or can you sneak one more in?
I think he can basically add 1 more card before the cherry orchard.
1 more before. Okay, so then he has a little bit of time. Yes.
For Nagayumi, it's not the case because I know he had more Wilson food or what happened, but Diarouga has more.
Has more food. Yes. You see the battles coming in here, and of course now Diarouga does have his daimyo, which of course boosts the Ashigarus even more. And now you see 31 versus just 28 attack. He also has changed his consulate in the meantime.
Yeah, and Nagayumi is just retreating a bit, and he's even sending his Minutemen.
He's gonna probably wait and try to lure the army back from Diarouga so that he has new Ashigarus popping out there, and then he's gonna try to fight again.
I really don't like his position there, behind his Rexes.
Yeah, it's not optimal. The better arc goes to Diarouga. However, Diarouga looks like he's kind of scared to go in, just because he doesn't know how many musketeers come out from these Rexes anytime soon.
Oh my god, his daimyo. Oh my god, it's gonna die.
Oh wait, yes. Oh, he didn't.
Nagayumi microed there. But
yes.
Now
that's unfortunate. I think the army count, by the way, it's 57 for Nagayumi, so he really has a lot more Ashigarus there.
And I think Diarouga just mismicroed again.
Yeah, his daimyo is gonna go in front. Oops. Okay, he's gonna save it on. Wow, he's barely gonna save it. Oh no, he's not. Oh, that's really unfortunate. His daimyo died, is even calling Minutemen as well. And there actually you see that the spawning point from Nagayumi, 2 Rexes training more Ashigarus, was just definitely something that helped him out a lot there. And yeah, in the end he just takes it by having many more Ashigarus compared to, of course, the better stats from the Ashigarus from Diarouga. But at some point the upgrades are not better than just sheer numbers, and yeah.
It seemed to me that it was a bit laggy in the big fight. I don't know why.
Well, yes.
But let's see, the main point is that Nagayumi had the better strategy overall. Like, if you leave your consulate on Portuguese and have the 8 crossbowmen, you should just try and make use of them. And, because Nagayumi didn't have them, you could just push more with your expos. Just use a range or something.
Push more, you mean? Yeah, but he was trying to push though on the Rexes, and he kind of felt that he had to go back because you're never sure what pops out. Like, we saw 5 musketeers popping out, immediately put in melee mode to the crossbowmen. So then it's of course always hard to push out, I think, in a situation like that. Or you would just push to the main base.
No, I would. If he makes this kind of 2x forward, I would just try to assurate him from one of sides where there are no many shrines to have line of sight.
Yeah, that's also a good choice.
I would try to just push his eco a little bit so he can't. Basically, he has the middle with these 2x's. You can't siege the shrines or go to the middle.
No. It's not ideal indeed to fight also in that middle part because that's a very close respawning point from Nagayumi. If you look at the village account, it's the same BO. It's exactly the same village account. Resources actually as well, although Nagayumi slightly comes out on top in the end of that game. But in army count, sorry, yes.
Diarouga had a bit more economy, like for I don't know 6 minutes or something.
It's interesting though. From like 6.5 minutes on, Nagayumi kind of stopped at 17 shrines, and Diarouga kept building, and he went to 24. Well, sorry, buildings in total, but some more shrines it is then. But it didn't really pay off that much. I think also because he lost a few to the clubman.
Okay, so this was the first game?
Yes, and here by the way in the end just showing you the military count here, you see that Nagayumi had here from 58 to 70, so that's like plus 10 musketeers. For sure spawning close to the wreck, same in this high cup here. So it just always, that's what we covered before, it's always very dangerous to fight near your opponent Rexes, because even though if you have a small advantage in numbers or in upgrades, the reinforcements from your opponents will be just immediately joining the battle and yours have to walk quite a bit, so it's never really optimal to do that. Okay, so it means that Nagayumi is up 1-0 in this best of 7, which I should actually try to perhaps...
I know, I don't like this lag spikes. It was a bit weird. I think it's Diarouga probably, because when I played with Nagayumi it was just perfect.
You know, both of our connections and stuff is fine, it's just French guys often have like not most ideal connection and PC.
Even though he's yellow pink for me, Nagayumi.
Diarouga or?
No, Nagayumi is yellow pink.
Yellow or yellow green?
Yeah, but his connection is just fine. It's just.
But usually there should be yellow green to us. I mean, we're Europe. To me, it's yellow green. You sure it's yellow to you?
No, it was for a second, but now it's just yellow green. That's like with all Japanese players. They are always this yellow green ping.
Yeah, for me it's often yellow green. That's true. Yeah, but not yellow. Okay, looks like we have a little bit of a change here. Of course, both of these guys have to agree on what matchup they're gonna play. There might be some civilization choices, then some counter picking, etc. But in the end, both of them have to come to an agreement about what they're gonna play. Otherwise, we are not able to start this game. If there's too much of a difference, if one player doesn't feel comfortable with the matchup, then of course they are allowed to change that.
So
yeah, it could be the birds,
French mirror.
Sorry, yes, it's gonna be a French mirror. And that means we're gonna go into the second game of this BO7 round of 8 from the Age of Empires Spring Championship. Gonna be played on Hudson Bay. For any of you guys who are not familiar with this map, I think most of you have seen a lot of series so far from this tournament already, but this is kind of Saguenay, as you see on the picture here as well, but then adjusted by Gaia. Again, a shout out to him for making all these maps with very great resource balance. And so basically Saguenay, but then a little bit less water, so water boom is not as viable as before, or actually maybe I should say not as OP as before. And then also, of course, a very good balance for all the resources regarding gold mines and hunts, which makes it just a very nice map to play. One main difference here is that you see the distance from these two town centers, between the two town centers, is much less than, for example, on Kamchatka, which means that in general this is a little bit of a more aggressive map, and that means that you just need map control usually to win the game on this map. And that's why I think we're probably gonna see Muskhas in the second age. What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be some colonial fight just to keep the map, and looks like Diarouga is taking Nagayumi's trading post.
Yeah.
But I was just looking at the gold mines and the distribution of the map. I know it seems fine to me.
Seems fair to me, yes. Thank you for looking at that again. But nice that you mentioned that. The Nagayumi, Nagayumi took the trading post of Diarouga, and that means that Diarouga had to walk to the top to get that trading post over there. It looks like then, of course, Nagayumi will just get his XP a little bit earlier, as you see here that the trade Rava passing there. And That means that he like all these small things matter. Of course, this is really like a really small difference. He gets his 3 villagers in the end like a little bit faster, but like 10 seconds or something. But it is a mirror, and in a mirror matchup between 2 good players, any small detail matters, because in the end, for example, if it's like 5 hussars and 5 musketeers versus 4 hussars and 5 musketeers, you know who will win that battle. So Nagayumi is also going to pick up a native Cherokee rifleman here, which is of course always nice to not only harass the hero of your opponent in any treasure contests, but also of course
for Japanese players to pick up these all these rifles and tomahawks.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Japanese
we
players
usually
like
don't pick it up, just even if it's there, we just leave it.
yeah, that's actually a good point. We of course have a Japanese player here, Nagayumi, playing versus a European player from France, Diarouga. And there are always a little bit, there are a few differences between the playstyles. For sure, you all will know Boneng and his exceptional, interesting styles. And the same like Blackstar just mentioned, these Japanese guys often go for all these natives, warriors first, while Europeans tend to go for a little bit more for the treasures. Anyway, it will be a nice advantage for him, because if there's going to be a battle between these 2 heroes, of course, definitely going to be won by Nagayumi with his native.
At 230 HP Cherokee, that's just insane to have in this early game.
Exactly, and it's also going to be nice in, for example, an early musketeer skirmish, because it can just tank a lot of damage as well, a lot of shots.
You can just basically kill one musketeer by kiting with your hero and the rifleman.
Yeah, we're going to see how that's going to play out later on. So meanwhile, both of them of course went for a trading post. That means that they now are aging up and have to get their wood together.
This Nagayumi is probably gonna lose his hero, I think, if Diarouga comes now.
Yeah, he does have his Cherokee rifleman. I don't think he wants to risk his scout. I think it's better to save your scout and not kill the hero than to kill the hero and lose your stealth.
I was expecting Blue to come with his hero as well, but he was just taking this treasure.
Yeah, 135 XP, yes. Just signal on the map, by the way, if I miss out on something. So a little bit of additional scouting there going on, making sure that you know where all the resources from your opponent are, and that you also know, of course, where you can raid later on. Looks like the age-up was quite a bit faster by Nagayumi. That also translates, well, not that much actually. The villager, as you see over here, shipment point, he just got his villagers. Oh, actually, how is that possible? He got his villagers later.
You mean Nagayumi?
Yeah.
I don't have the UI file, that's why...
Well, he has it like a few seconds later even than Diarouga, so I'm not sure if he just forgot it while he was, for example, microing his hero. But anyway, they didn't make that much of a difference, so he gets his villagers around the same time. However, he managed to age up quite a bit fast. Oh, how can I miss this? He's aging with 12 villagers. So he did I built 9 villagers, I make no house, I queue 3 villagers, and then I'm gonna age up. And that's why Nagayumi is now, as I finish the sentence, aged to the 2nd age. Yes, there we go. I had to delay it a little bit, sorry.
He aged with 12 villagers?
Yes, 12 villagers. And the Diarouga is only 70% up. So Nagayumi has a trading post, and this likely means that he's gonna go for 3 hussars first, I would say, to make this 12 villager age up worth it. And a proxy stable, as you nicely point out there. This of course also like a little bit of an old strategy. You age up fast, you sacrifice economy just for early pressure. So we have a forward stable here, just built by 1 villager, by the way, because you don't want to have 2 villagers walking that far, just because you're going to lose a lot of resource gathering time. And then I expect him to ship 3 hussars, combined with like 4 or 5 hussars made, to immediately harass his opponent and kind of make sure that your opponent can't gather as much, while you then safely in the back build up your economy again.
He sent 4 villagers.
However, indeed, he's sending 4 villagers. I'm not sure about this.
Me also, you know, basically his age up time was just with 12 villagers when he should be 13 vills. I mean, when you age at 4 and 0.8, it should be with 13 villagers, not with 12.
Yeah, I feel this is not an optimal BO. However, he is gonna find a villager on the left side, his treasure. That's of course a nice pickup. Where you see also this native scout coming in again, native rifleman coming in again. But I'm actually quite surprised, because it feels to me that indeed, like you say, the Diarouga, the France player on the other side of the map, is not that much behind. And by the time these 4, not even 5, just 4 hussars come out.
That's what I was mentioning. The build was, I don't know, not that optimal. That's why he had only 4.
He just has enough time to maybe hide in his town center a little bit, but then he will for sure get 4 or 5 hussars out himself. So that shouldn't be any issue. However, is he gonna lose a village? It looks like he might lose 1.
If he moves that villager around the stable, oh my god, why? If he would have moved around the stable, then the cav would have popped out and probably...
Yeah, though he's a little bit behind. I think he would have still lost it. Looks like his cavalry is a little bit delayed. So far look at this, let me see what he has in queue. 3 Hussars only, okay.
Has
So
3 hussars.
the thing is that because Nagayumi came in, it was a very small time window, he did deny some resource gathering, and that's why Diarouga only got out 4 Hussars, 3 Hussars, sorry, and not 4 or 5. However, yeah, he killed 1 villager, but the villager count is even. That's also because he picked up this village treasure. So of course, 1 villager there is not equal to Coureur de Bois. But I just feel like it's not really like ideal. However, we have to see how it's going to play out. He has now 7 Hussars versus just 3 of Diarouga.
Let's see, I think, and he has 2 Rexes coming up.
Yeah. And what we see though is Diarouga already had his steel traps working for him, while Nagayumi just queued it up. But Nagayumi is going to continue the aggressive position here, and just as you said, make 2 Rexes from the 700 wood shipment after his 4
what I
villages.
expected to do from Diarouga to send 3 hussar, which probably Nagayumi expected as well to do. Because I think Nagayumi forced him to send these 3 hussar and just have a bad eco, while he just sent the standard wood, coin and 4 vills.
Yeah, so that means that his position is a little bit better. He's now using 700 coin, by the way, just to get his massive musketeers out, I assume. No villagers on gold, everything is on food, and just using the crates to get the best mass out. And the fact that he indeed forced his 3 hussars means that he, if the game goes on, is in a better position, because of course 700 coin and 700 wood is a more useful card at this point in the game. I'm not sure actually if I would have shipped these 3 hussars, because I still have Madman available and I was already making a Rex and a stable. Not sure if it's worth it.
This is probably where it decides, I don't know. He's also working on this 160 XP, which gives him 1 more card probably.
Yeah. Oh, he lost his trading post. He was kind of too late to kind of delay it. Maybe he should have pressed a little bit more, but not committing. But now that means that Nagayumi has his trading post in the back still, and Diarouga has not, and that's of course very unfortunate. However, Diarouga also has 2 Rexes, and yeah, the steel traps working for him a little bit more. But on the other hand, Nagayumi has a little bit more army count and 1 more villager.
I like his scout position. Look here, he's probably expecting some raid, and
Yes.
he's just moving his scout around.
That's very good. Scout in stealth mode, by the way, don't underestimate that, guys. It's so useful, it's key to have this kind of information. Okay, we have a raid coming in, he's gonna pick a forward villager here. And Nagayumi hasn't invested in villager HP yet, of course because he was doing such an aggressive build, and now the villager count is even. Oh,
I don't know, I
Diarouga
just feel that Diarouga is in a pretty bad position. He's gonna soon run out of hunts, while Nagayumi is controlling the whole map.
Well, maybe he's looking to age up. He shipped 700 coin. Well, not sure. Looks like he's still investing in resource. Let me take a look at the queue. He's making musketeers still. I was thinking that maybe it would be an option for him to just defend with his army, your Madman still available, and then try to age up and play it out from there with the advantage. On the other hand, of course, he has no trading posts, so less shipments, and yeah, Nagayumi has really nice map control. A raid here on the left side.
6 caps by walking past the
Yes.
scout, and he's just going back to fix it right now.
Yeah, I would really
So
like to see
that's
villager
what I
HP though. He's gonna lose 1 more
He's
villager.
lose 1.
That's a little bit of a mistake there, but indeed he's gonna find this cavalry, and oh wait, he's running back with his whole army? That's a huge mistake.
Just fight this. He should just fight this 4 cav.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
not fight.
And oh wow, look at this. While Nagayumi is going back with all his musketeers, Diarouga realizes that and he's gonna push out. He's gonna for
Oh, why
sure
is
get
he
one of the
going back?
Rexes.
I don't understand. And he might get some wills here as well. Maybe like 1. No, he's not going there.
Well, he's gonna try to buy time with these 10 musketeers to make sure that he's not gonna lose his Rex too easy. But I don't get why he would go back with all those musketeers. That's a big mistake in my opinion. However, it looks like Diarouga is just gonna fight these musketeers rather than what I would do, probably use like 8 musketeers to fight those and then seize Rex with the rest of your musketeers.
Exactly.
So that you can have an advantage in production because you kill off a Rex from your opponent. 8 crossbowmen by Nagayumi and 8 crossbowmen as well by
Oh, he
Diarouga.
picked up one of the 8 crossbows with 5 hussar. And he might pick up.
Nice move.
I would just trade this hussar for the expos if I was him.
You sure?
Yeah, because I know. I feel like if you micro properly, you can kill like 3 or 4 expos and just lose like 1 or 2 hussar.
That's
Yeah,
true. He's gonna lose a Rex though, and by the way, in this point, only 5 hussars left for Nagayumi, no more hussars left for Diarouga. And he's gonna back off, is he? Wow. New Rex up immediately for Nagayumi, by the way. A little bit to the left.
Oh, yeah, I see it. But look now, he's just he probably didn't scout this back hunt which is there, and
Oh,
these
look at this, he's
hussar
gonna
just
catch it all.
these hussar just gonna kill all those builds.
Yes.
And,
If Nagayumi sees it. There's still a battle almost going on. Okay, they're going back. Yeah, this
also,
is-
these villains, I know what he's doing.
I think he missed that hunt for sure, but yeah, that's kind of what we mentioned before. The aggressive plan from Nagayumi and the map control that he has kind of forces his opponent to go on the outer sides of the map to gather food somewhere there, which is of course not ideal. Because now he has to go back. He has no hussars left. That's also why I wouldn't trade the hussars, by the way. You can of course trade for expos, but I feel that at some point when you have enough hussars and musketeers, like 8 crossbowmen don't really matter that much anymore. And now he lost his way of catching raids because he had no hussars left. And then he has to send all his musketeers back, kind of delaying his push.
Let's say besides the fact that Diarouga was a bit behind, he just managed to get legit position with those house raids. Just basically out of position Nagayumi, but yeah, now he's out of food and I don't know what he can do.
Yeah, we see that the trading post is still working for Nagayumi. He's already on his next shipment there.
He's just gonna raid again and probably kill like 3 or 4 vills. Diarouga is out of position.
Yeah, now you see that he's forcing his whole army to come back to defend those villages, and that means that the army of Nagayumi, the infantry army, can push out and maybe kill off a Rex on the right side. And of course he's nicely running away, doesn't want to lose every hussar, just gonna come back at some later point in the game to be annoying again.
Yeah, I think Nagayumi is just in a very good position at the moment. He just has the whole map. He can gather or save.
Yeah, and he also has 3 villages ahead, by the way, so he has 26 more army count, 3 villages up. Still a trading post. Okay, Diarouga is going for the spice trade card, while he's actually already running out of food. He chooses to send spice trade instead of 700 food. I'm really surprised about that. He got these hussars, but I think he definitely needs to call Midman if there's going to be a big fight here.
And use his villagers.
Yes, for sure. To tank some damage, of course. French villagers here, but for resistance. Oh, 5 hussars coming. Of course.
They probably just useless in this fight. We'll just go raid with them.
Yeah, and I'm really curious why there's no Midman coming out. That would really be helpful. And the villagers
He's,
as well, just now.
he's gonna use now, but
It's too
still,
late. They should have tanked a lot more before.
it's about villager fight in these mirrors. It's just
Finally, Midman coming out, kind of blocking the pack bath from Nagayumi. He actually did quite okay still. I mean, he has a decent number of musketeers left. The army count is now 41 versus 43. And he's still gathering like relatively safely over there because Nagayumi has no cavalry so far. But he is 4 villages down. He lost 1 village in the process, I believe, plus the 3 that he was down before already. 1 raiding hussar there, so, by the way.
like you mentioned. If he would send 700 food, maybe his spam would be better at this
Yeah,
point.
exactly. I don't think the spice trade was the best option there. It will pay off much later, and you also don't have that much food available. Yes, you have to keep
He's
an eye on
getting
that.
on his core mine.
However, looks like there's going to be a good game called, and Diarouga gives up. Means that Nagayumi is going to take it. Diarouga kind of realizing that he is also running out of food on this top part here, as you see. Even had to go to this gold mine so close to Nagayumi just to make sure that he had his villages together in case there would be like a lost fight. A gold mine here would be too far walking, etc. I think that actually he missed his hunt on the top side. It's like 2, 4, 6, it's 3,000 food. It's quite important. Not sure if he scouted that.
Yeah, I don't know if he scouted it, but you should realize that there is a hunt there because he played this map before.
Exactly, we see also on the left side that Nagayumi is gathering there, also realizing that there's a hunt, or even scouted. And interestingly enough, Nagayumi of course has still the option to go to the bottom center of this map, where there's still hunt available. And actually I think it all comes down to that Nagayumi did go for map control. We mentioned it briefly before in the start of this game. This is a very aggressive map. You have to fight for your resources other than the first 2 hunts that you get close to your town center. So either you have to make something happen with like attack advantage in a fast or semi-fast fortress, but in a lot of cases it's just better to get map control and play it out from there, and kind of starve your opponent if he's going for something weird. I think the BO from Nagayumi was not optimal. I feel that, like you said, 13 village might probably be better. However, he did make it work with 4 hussars. He was able to prevent resource gathering from Diarouga a little bit. He made sure that only 3 hussars were trained by Diarouga. And also, he forced the 3 hussar shipment as a response to his aggressive raiding. which of course put Diarouga in a worse position, because then he couldn't use his 700 corn or 8 crossman shipment or something similar. So also
The resources line is just the header for Nagayumi the whole game.
let me quickly
Just
bring that up.
gathered him
Yes.
by very much. Like
Yeah,
4k.
I think that one of them is already a treasure, like early on, like what was it, 100 wood or something that he got. But then also, yeah, you see that the line flattens a little bit for Diarouga when he just was forced into his town center. I also felt that the herding was not optimal for Diarouga. That means that he had to walk a little bit more with his villagers. But small details, although everything in the end adds up. And
There is one more thing, that Nagayumi was constantly taking these random treasures. Even in H2, he took the
Yes.
160 XP, which gave him like one more shipment.
yeah,
The extra villager, which helped him a lot.
yeah, good that you mentioned that. Also, I believe 160 XP on the bottom side somewhere, right? That got him his 8 crossmen a
Yeah,
little bit
that was on the bottom.
So he got his, I believe it was around the 8 crossman shipment. Oh, he even sneaked in 600 wood, by the way, I missed that, but used 600 wood after 700 coin. Of course, he had to rebuild his racks, and of course he needed some houses, so it's quite a logical decision. Yeah, so well played, and then that means that Nagayumi is currently up 2-0 in this best of 7, round of 8. And we're gonna quickly jump into the third game here. BO7, of course, first to win 4 games is gonna take the series home. And let me quickly check at you guys here if all is fine. Okay, third map. Looks like we
Yeah,
have
Nagayumi is speaking German.
Yes, maybe he learned from the games versus you.
Yeah.
I think though we've seen that matchup a couple of times, not so much on this map I believe, but I feel the matchup
Oh.
overall is quite even, although on this map I would probably give small advantage to German. What do you think?
Yeah, and this map Germany definitely has a better chance,
You have quite
because India can't be aggressive at all.
yeah, you have a tower,
or-
of course. It's quite a big distance between the two town centers. Also, you have quite easy access to trading posts, which, of course, if your opponent wants to take those out, he has to walk all the way around.
Yeah, which
buying
means
yourself
you
more
can
time.
just raid him in the process.
Exactly, and giving yourself more time to get your good army together in the third age. So, Diarouga not really wanting to play India versus Germany. It looks like he's going to decide to just mirror it up versus Nagayumi. So we're waiting for him to click in, and then we know for sure if it's going to be a German mirror. And yes, it is. German mirror, third game on Siberia. And, oh, by the way, we have to check how the map works.
Exactly.
Just so we
It doesn't work out. That's the problem.
yeah, well, let's see. I have faith.
I already see the red guy with one less hunt than the blue. Oh wait. Yeah, I think Nagayumi has
Yeah,
pretty bad hunts.
yeah, we should probably rehost it just to make sure that we don't have any issues. The fourth hunt is kind of the third hunt for Nagayumi, so
Let's see the gold mines. Yeah, the gold mines are better for Nagayumi than the Diarouga, I think. He has one.
I think we should just rehost this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will.
What's this map is not so good. I don't know.
Yeah, so sorry guys for the viewers there just tuning in. We are very thankful for Gaia for making a lot of these tournament maps. However, sometimes Siberia just is actually based on the standard Siberia, I believe. It just spawns a little bit awkward, and because it's a competitive series, of course, round of 8 from a tournament, where it's also, of course, about prize money in the end and honor. You just want to have the best map as possible, and we just don't want to have any issues of a too unfair map. So hold on a second.
Yeah, I think this map is just the standard one, not one made by Garia. Because Garia makes good hunts usually.
Yeah, I think is it based on the standard Siberia map. I'm not sure if he really changed something here. Actually, I have
No,
to ask it later.
I would talk with tourney stuff to make other map. I think the one that Neuron made with
Yeah,
without
that's
tower.
that's what we used a long time ago. But that one doesn't have a tower, and the tower also has like a different,
Look
allows
now, for
different
example.
strategy.
The map is even worse than before. I mean, the hunts for Diarouga, I don't know,
Yeah,
are
sucks.
quite far.
Yes.
And Nagayumi has one legit, and the other is just this corner. I don't know. We should rehost again, probably.
Let me see. The only thing is that. Yeah. Yes, this is not fair. Yes, yes. Okay, we might have to do this a few times, but we will get there eventually, guys, and we will get a proper game going, just to make sure, like I said, that we have a fair game for both of these players. But the map from Neuron I really like. The only thing is that having no tower makes it a different map. So the fact that you have a tower on this map allows for some additional variations in strategies. So that maybe we should have Neuron's map with the tower. But anyway, we not let's just discuss that at some later point. We'll see how that goes. Okay. What's it gonna be?
I think
Okay.
the third time should be always good. Let's see.
What did you say?
So basically, one here and one here. That's for me like good. But again, Nagayumi's hunts are, I don't know, pretty weird.
Well, this one is hurtable. That one is quite far on top, though.
I don't like this again. I mean, Diarouga has one in the back, which
Yeah, he has an additional
it's
one.
quite better than this one. Yeah, I think I know we should again rehost just to make it fair.
Let me see. This one is. Yeah, nah, this is no. Yeah, it's kind of shit, but yeah, this is too far man away with all these Ulans raiding, and there's no chance at all that you can even safely gather from that. So.
Yeah, well, because we basically need two good hunts which are close to the TC.
Yes. Yeah, if there's two good hunts, I'm totally fine with it playing. I mean, the rest of the game you also have to play according to the map, so you then have to just be more aggressive or position your army properly. But you need two decent hunts to start it off. I agree.
Yeah, I hope this time is gonna be fine. I think.
You think?
Yeah, I hope, not think.
You're calling upon the AOE gods here?
Yes. I hope this time is gonna be fine. Again, red has better hunts. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever, I think, just to fix this map. Look at Nagayumi's hunts; they are just so OP at this point. The Aruja's hunts are nowhere. He has no back hunt, no back mine. This is, I think, the worst spawn till now.
Oh my god, this is just... Yeah. Ian has no... Like, this is just crazy. Look at the gold mines, by the way. Oh, no, this... Yeah, guys. Please.
Yes.
This is just annoying for the players, to be honest. And just re-hosting so many times. is
Yeah,
just
this kind
ugly.
of course
Yeah, they should definitely fix this map.
Yeah, we
before
talked
the
about
next
it. We're gonna
stage.
fix it, but it was a map pool decided. Everyone already played with this, so it's kind of something that we have to go through. Now guys, this is a tournament match, it's not a casual match. However, this map sometimes just spawns in very weird ways, and
I think we should try one more time, and if it doesn't work, then we should use the UI map, because it's the same.
no, it's not. Yeah, but if it's the same, it doesn't matter, and we can't just use the UI map now.
Yeah, but it's the 5th time we rehost this game, so again, look at Red's hunts. They are just in the corner. This is just not possible.
Oh my god. But the UI map is the same, really. This is based on the UI map, but the only thing changed is the title.
Yes, I know, but really, I know. Let's say, let's try to relog to ESO. Maybe it fixes something. I know. I asked Nagayumi to host. I know. Maybe it fixes something.
That doesn't matter. That's just like.
It doesn't matter. But
That's how you call
what else
that.
can you do? There is nothing you can do.
We have a word for that in the Netherlands, but I really can't can't get it. But that doesn't matter. That's just like how you call it, like religious. No, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, that's just.
Yeah. Just you can try anything to fix it. I know. Yeah, probably if we rehost too many times and record the game, the first records we just had maybe gonna be deleted.
I
It's not a
will
good thing.
move them in a second just to be sure. Actually, I'll just do it now.
I do it now.
I can't cancel shit. Oh, I can. You're sharp today, man.
What?
You are sharp today.
Yes, I'm just telling these guys that you are moving the records.
Yes. Hold on for a second.
The guys in the chat say, report Garya, Hans hack.
Yes, good speed. Superstitious, that was the word I was looking for, thank you. That indeed is the problem, man. You are too superstitious, Blackstar. That's just bullshit. I'm like a realist, you know? I don't believe in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to believe.
Yeah, you have to believe. Yeah, I believe in
Nothing
myself.
helps you. If nothing helps you fix the problem, then you have to believe in.
That's like, you know, that's just like putting all rational aside, all ratio aside, and what do we have here?
And again, it's let's say.
Well, actually, the distance, I mean, it's not ideal for both, but the distance looks quite the same.
Let's see. Yeah, but imagine if, hunts are like same almost, but
I mean, there's one hunt here,
yeah,
which is
and
like,
this one here, it's the same probably.
yes. And then this one on the right side, I mean, is far, but yeah, it looks a little bit better for Diarouga, but I feel like I think actually this is just it's bad for both, but that's still like
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should let it go.
Yeah, just let it go, I think. Well, the problem is that even if they herd these hunts, they're just gonna back herd at the point that they are near TC, which is gonna suck for both.
Yeah, but then you can also say, okay, you have to play accordingly, you know.
Yes.
I mean, this one is also quite hurtable for the red player, and I feel the same way. I mean, this one is also quite hurtable for that. And I think actually, I think we should just let it go. I think it's not the most optimal map, but I think it's decent enough for both.
Yeah, the gold mines also seem decent.
Yeah, both have one of gold mine in the back and one a little bit further out, so I think it's fine. Okay, so then we finally get back to this, guys. Just for anyone tuning in here, let me bring up the scoreboard. We are currently playing the Age of Vampire Spring Tournament. Sorry, we're actually observing. I'm here, by the way, joined by Blackstar as a guest co-caster. We are observing a round of 8 series from the Age of Vampire Spring Tournament Championship. And it's currently 2-0 for Nagayumi. It is a BO7, which means that the first 2 win 4 will take the series home and advance to the next round. We see that both of them are going to start with a trading post. It's actually very standard. If German starts with 200 wood, you just want to grab that trading post and get a little bit of wood, perhaps help with the treasure, as you saw in the start. 40 wood for 40 wood for Diarouga, 110 wood even for Nagayumi. So that's a very good advantage there.
It's basically 150 wood for Nagayumi till now.
Oh yes, he has 40 additional, yes.
But Diarouga has his settler wagons earlier.
Really? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got the trading post earlier.
Yes.
Yes, I see. So it will now pass near Nagayumi's trading post, which means that... Oh, actually no, he already got the settler wagons before. Oh yeah, because he had built it first earlier.
Just got them now.
So it's like Nagayumi has them 20 seconds later, 21 to be precise. However, of course, one settler wagon equals to actually like 2 villages. That is kind of 4 villages for 21 seconds later. That will make a little bit of a difference. So
Look, for example, now Nagayumi has almost 200 wood in treasures. That's like 1 TP.
yeah, that is also very, very good advantage
Go
for
for
him.
this one.
That's just like a free market already. Actually, he has just 100 wood left. Yeah, he didn't even have to gather any wood. That's a good thing. So basically, Diarouga got his settler wagons a little bit faster. However, he had to gather some wood to make his house. Nagayumi didn't have to gather any wood, but got the settler wagons a little bit later. So they're probably gonna age up around the same time. Maybe a little bit faster for Nagayumi, but similar. We see now that Nagayumi is aging up, by the way, 10%. So a little bit of a difference there. But like you say, 50 wood still left to be picked up for Nagayumi. And what do we have left on this map regarding like bigger treasures? On the right side we have 360 XP. That is something both of them can look for at the later stage in the game. When you have your hero available and like a couple of Ulans, you can just try to grab the treasure.
The 85 wood.
Oh,
that's
85
not
wood still
scouted
left.
Anyone?
Yes. And then of course on the bottom left, Santa there, 300 XP, also very nice. The thing is that if you play, especially again in a mirror matchup where every detail matters, it's really important to go for these kind of treasures. Like Nagayumi still grabbing treasures left and right. And this treasure, 85 wood, actually is it scouted by one of them? Just left there?
No one scouted it right now.
I see, okay.
Diarouga passed by it a bit.
Diarouga just finds a monkey there, the pet monkey, but not gonna use it to pursue the hero of Nagayumi. But I'm really curious to see if I think Nagayumi, having been spot on with all this treasure hunting so far, is really gonna try to go for these treasures. I feel, and if you have 300 XP, it's basically like I think it's almost 1 shipment, right? It's like
There
500.
is also 360 and 300 XP.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yes. So if you get those, like you are just 1 shipment ahead of your opponent, even more if you get both of them. Which is just huge in a mirror matchup. It means that you have more army available because both of them will probably gonna go for a semi-FF. Which means if you have 1 more shipment, you have more army.
The Rex.
Oh yes. Well, you can still go for like a doppel F semi-FF.
That's if, yeah, or maybe doppels.
What do you
Gathering
think?
coin. But for example, look at this 45 coin in his base. He could just use his tower to take it. Just like 3 shots, 1 monkey.
Yeah. I think it's barely out of range,
Yep,
but
a
he
bit.
has to lure it towards his tower, and then he can definitely use his tower to attack it. Yes. The monkey of Diarouga is not gonna find the Rex. It's gonna pass on the right side of the town set. However, his hero did spot the Rex, so he knows what's up for Nagayumi. At the same time, Nagayumi knows I think the stable was up there, and he's gonna go for the second
Okay.
trading post. By the way, Nagayumi hasn't done hunting dogs yet, only placer mines. And Diarouga did both. Of course, very standard, by the way, both of them shipping 3 settler wagons first. And both of these Ulans are going to meet in the center. They're going to just say hi to
this
each
main
other.
fight.
What I don't like, actually, is that Diarouga is not slowly working on bringing in another hunt, actually. I would kind of send 1 villager out already, like Nagayumi is doing.
Yes, and let's see, at this point I think his hunt should backherd if he shoots 1 more time.
The hunt is currently at the town center? Okay, we have a little bit of skirmish here. No Town Center fire use, but the second shipment from Nagayumi comes out. However, it means that the Ulan should probably spot it right away and know that 700 corn was on the way. A nice pulling back, by the way, by the Ulan that was attacked to kind of slow down the other one and attack it with the remaining Ulans. Second trading post was built by Nagayumi, and that of course means that there's no trading post left for Diarouga, and that he first has to kill this in order to take it himself. And for Doppelsoldner, okay, they are gonna take out the trading post. That's actually an interesting move. All that
Yes.
Diarouga can do, he can't send Ulans because they will just get crushed. The only thing he can do is use Minutemen, but then the Doppelsoldners could still
I
run.
don't know. I think I would just focus on raiding Nagayumi at this point.
Yes. You know that Doppelsolders are out, so all that Nagayumi has here is maybe 1 or 2 Doppelsolders in queue, but only his tower and town center. So I agree with you totally. He is now 2 for 5, 4, 7 Ulans.
Well, I think still it's a fine because he has the tower, DC, the
Yeah.
3 Ulans, and he can just hold this.
It's very nice that
quickly.
he herded this herd closely towards his towers, that he has like an additional location in the back. And also you see he shot a couple of these herds that they are very close, like lying dead near the tower, so you can immediately pop in when there's a raid coming in. I still would like to see Diarouga idling Nagayumi a bit more. I feel that he's giving him too easy of a time to age up.
Yes, and he's probably just gonna be up.
But in the end, Diarouga is aging himself. He's 1/3 on the way, and the trading post did die. So that means that there's now 2 trading posts for Nagayumi, which in a mirror is actually huge. I feel that's just so many more
But,
shipments.
Nagayumi is using the slow age up with 6 Kerm.
I see.
And he's probably... Nah, he's not gonna walk into those
No,
doubles.
wait, you don't know. Nagayumi hasn't aged yet. You don't know what he chooses. He's now gonna age up.
He's now, okay.
He's gonna choose the fast age up. But Diarouga has aged earlier. He used... Oh, Nagayumi also used 700 wood. Of course, he had to get his stable up, which he's doing now. And regarding upgrades, we see that Nagayumi did do the hunting dogs, but none of them has done steel traps.
Yeah,
Yet.
I don't expect the Aruja to do steel traps because he haven't shipped 700 wood.
Yeah, so you kind of...
Nagayumi should do it probably soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Diarouga just needs his wood, all the wood that he can get to make the houses. And the thing is, Diarouga now has a small advantage because he was early to the fortress age, but he doesn't really capitalize on it. I mean, he has no shipment available because he lost his trading post. He's just now shipping 8 skirmishers, but by the time that these 8 skirmishers and Ulans arrive at the town center of Nagayumi, Nagayumi should already have his shipment out.
Yes, because of the 2 trading posts.
Yes.
Otherwise, he would probably not have enough for shipment.
I think with 1 trading post you still have...
I don't think so, because he used for 700 wood. And on this map,
okay, maybe,
doesn't give that much XP.
Okay.
And, it looks like he's making more doubles than... he's probably gonna go for double Ulan.
Yeah, it could be that he's like shipping 9 Ulan and make a few doppels and just totally crash his army by using a melee composition.
Yes.
War wagons being mixed
But
in.
war
here.
wagons.
Oh no, Nagayumi ships 8 skirmishers.
And he's just trying to poke in with this scout. Scouting what his opponent is doing.
And also, by the way, we see that Nagayumi does have a Rex up and Diarouga has not. So that means that the skirmisher advantage will go to Nagayumi.
I don't like this push from the Aruja.
Yeah, it's too risky, too far.
He's just gonna get crushed, I think. And he's veteran doubles.
Wow,
this,
he even
is,
upgraded.
this is probably GG.
Yes. He is trying to micro his skirmishers as best as possible as he can on Doppelsoldner. Now moving his Ulan around. Problem is all war wagons were clumped up there, and that of course means they all take area damage from the Doppelsoldner. And he's just not able to deal with the Doppelsoldners fast enough, which is an interesting point, but a good point that Nagayumi mixed in like 4 more of these Doppelsoldners. Because mixing in those 4 Doppelsoldners just means that it's like impossible to deal with it with an initial push. If he had only 4 Doppelsoldners, then 8 skirmishers and war wagons might be able to deal with it on time. However, it was not the case, meaning that you just can't kill it on time, that both the Ulans and Doppelsoldners just come into you, and I think Diarouga could have microed a little bit better, but yeah, good composition by Nagayumi. However, a good composition for the small run. I feel that if Diarouga went back, like you say, he shouldn't have pushed in this much. Then, when you have more units, it's probably easier to micro versus these 8 Doppelsoldner, but then with so few.
Yes, just it's pretty hard to micro with the war wagons because they are so slow and
Yeah.
you know.
So nice strategy by Nagayumi again, and caught a little bit off guard, I think, Diarouga that is, not expecting this a Doppelsoldner to be mixed in. And I also think that he probably felt he had to make something happen because he aged a little bit faster. Because the longer he waits, after all, Nagayumi has a better setup. He has a Rex and the stable, and Diarouga only had the stable. And also, of course, Nagayumi had still 2 trading posts, while Diarouga had none. So,
I think the main problem was that he didn't pressure Nagayumi with his Cav.
Yeah, I feel that he
should have idled him.
Exactly. He should. The only thing that he can do then, like you say, you lose your trading post. You can't do much about a Doppelsoldner. Perhaps calling out Minuteman, but even that's a little bit risky. I actually think that calling out Minutemen and then using a few of your cavalry to slow down the Doppelsoldners, that you can still do quite decent there. But I think I would do that to just save my trading post. But if you don't choose to do that, you have to make your units working. And idle army is always useless, or actually almost always useless. So he really should have pushed in more. There were only 3 Ulans in the tower from Nagayumi, and he had like 5 Ulans. Even if he trades them away, but delays Nagayumi's age up by like 30 seconds, it's good, because then he can push out with the 8 skirmishes much better. And maybe take out a few Doppelsoldners or delay his resource gathering again.
And the problem was that he had no Rex up, and he couldn't make more skirms, and that's the problem, because he lost his TP. He couldn't send, for example, 1k wood, because if you don't, if you skip the 700 wood, it's most likely to send 1k wood in the 3rd age.
Yeah,
just
but
catch up.
He has indeed not enough XP to get another shipment in. So nice, actually nice, interesting strategy there by Nagayumi to mix in a few Doppelsoldners, and that means that he's now up 3-0. And that means that we're going into the 4th game of this BO7 series. Nagayumi currently up 3-0, so Diarouga has to make something happen here if he wants the series to continue any longer, and of course I'm pretty sure the viewers want that as well. Of course, if Nagayumi manages to win the next game, then he will win 4-0, which means that he will advance to the next round. It's gonna be China versus India. We've seen this...
First with Prince?
Yes, with Prince. I was thinking like, oh wait, he's right.
Yes. Yes.
The next map should not be Manchuria. Manchuria is the last map, actually in the BO5, so it's the 5th map. The 4th map is Pampas Sierras.
But both of these maps have cows, so it's good for his China.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I mean, cow is also good for India with the XP. But maybe it plays a little bit more in favor of the Chinese player, because he's probably on the back foot early in the game when he's trying to age up. So having these cows available to fatten at your livestock means that you have additional food available, and you don't have to risk going out too far on the map. So like all in all, you would say it's a little bit in favor of China, or?
Yes, I would say, because this is an old TP map, which favors China more.
Oh yeah, that's also a good point.
I think India with the TP is just very good, because you can send your shipments faster and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
China
but
doesn't
on the
really
other
need the TP, because he has his consulate and his big houses which give XP.
Yeah, but China, I mean, I'm not sure actually if I can, I'm not sure, I have to think about it a little bit more, but I mean China with a trading post means that they have more shipments available in the 3rd age, which are quite strong as well. Not
I
sure if
don't
it's-
usually China goes for TP.
Well, sometimes they do, but okay, we'll have to see how that plays out. Indeed, very important here, there's livestock available on the left side, and there is no trading post available. So I expect actually just India to go for like a map control in the center here, possibly with an Agra fort. What do you think?
Port somewhere here,
Yes,
probably.
exactly.
And just some aggressive sepoy solar push early on.
Yeah, do you think it's worth going with a separate push when you even have China going for possible HQ canoe shipment?
Yes, because basically he has to send 700 coin first, and if you put his bills in TC and just idle him, it's gonna be pretty hard for him. You have
Yeah.
your 2 elephants, which can just tank and kill the canoes.
Yeah, you will indeed try to look for any ways to delay the age up of the Chinese guy, because you're pretty sure he's gonna age up. The 2nd age, China is not gonna win India, I'm 100% sure about that. Although with Nagayumi, you never know what's gonna happen here. But like Blackstar mentions, the elephants are key here as well, because they tank so much damage. So if you, for example, if Nagayumi chooses to ship HQ canoes to deal with the sepoys, then the elephants can just make a difference of killing off the Chukanus effectively, or being kited forever by Chukanus versus your Sepoy. So he has to keep those elephants alive and make them as effective as possible if there's a push incoming. Actually, what are all these guys doing? There are so many llamas still left.
Yeah, he just passed by 3 llamas and yeah, he didn't spot any of them.
He's gonna find one more.
Just
there.
walked like here and didn't take it in the first place.
Okay. Oh, he's just now gonna back. He probably had them like barely in line of sight, but not in control line of sight, if you know what I mean. Like he saw them he scouted them, but he was not close enough to really convert them to his own.
Now he takes 2 of them.
Sorry?
He takes 2 of them now. He got
Yes.
1 more.
So there's still 2 left. So India has found 1, 2, 3 llamas, and China has found 1, 2, 3 as well. Okay, so that's totally even. Meanwhile, also 80 coin I saw picked up by Nagayumi there, and just for the XP. Oh, 60 food as well by Nagayumi, which of course makes the age up a little bit faster. Anything helps.
There is this 120 XP, which is most likely gonna be taken by China because his hero is stronger.
Yeah, but he definitely has to take it before the Indian guy is gonna age up, otherwise he has no chance anymore. Both of them scouted it, so I think if the China is going for it, then India will probably try to steal it. There's also, by the way, a cow on the left side, guarded
I don't know
by
what
2 of his bulls.
Diarouga is doing, to be honest. I don't see any forward will, I don't see any wonder up yet.
Yeah, he's at 600 food so far, 640. Both of them actually, so... There's now 3 villages going forward. 3 villages, maybe he's just going for a rush.
This is gonna be an aggressive, like
Okay,
a fast
but-
age up, faster age up.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for the XP. He probably scouted the scout treasure and he sees
Yeah.
his hero attacking it.
I like that he just takes the cow. I think it's so useful for China to have an additional cow here. Just so much more food. And the 120 XP, of course, is going to be very nice, especially if he's going to go for a hard rush, because then he can maybe sneak in 4 camels a little bit easier.
But still, he's pretty late in his age up, 339.
Yeah, the Chinese guy is 20% up in his age up, and he's only 5% up, India. He is going to find the agroforce, so he knows exactly what's going on there. He also sees the 3 villages, which is quite important, because then you know your opponent is going to commit to a fast age up, which also is likely to be a aggressive push afterwards.
But this is pretty nice from the Indian player. He got the XP treasure, so he can send basically 2 shipments, 1 by 1 after each other.
Yes.
We can just go for the 12 sepoy early aggressive stuff, and then 600 would then just transition to consulate and stable and market.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he will do. If he's gonna go for like all-out aggressive, like with 4 camels, or that he's gonna go for what you say, like an initial push and then transfer it into an economic play from there. Oh, there's 90 coin even on the right side there. That's a nice treasure.
Yeah,
That's like 3
His
separates
base,
worth
yes.
of coin. Oh, there's even another llama, by the way, backside.
There is this one picture, but it's pretty, I don't know. The Indian guy could take it with his hero and sepoys.
Yeah, it's just 1 villager though, but yeah, the good thing is that the elephants of course can stun and then do area damage, so it's not that hard for him to take that out.
That he's not going for it.
Okay, nice, he's gonna pick up the one last llama there.
Yeah, but Diarouga didn't go for the 90 coin, I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit
Look
weird.
at this, he aged up and his villagers just, yeah, you know, garrison out.
Oh, they were
like-
inside, clicked inside on the fort.
Yeah, this is like one mistake that many people do, or I usually did myself. I just was so obsessed to shift with my vills to hunts or gold mines that I basically pressed too many times. I
Yeah.
pressed exactly before the fort or blockhouse is going to be built, and that makes villager garrison into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it doesn't show that they are idle, that's the problem.
Oh
Just
really?
some
The fort
kind
is
of
bugged in
bug.
that way?
Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
some sort of bug, and yeah, I usually end up with 3 other vills and I don't even notice.
Ah, okay, that's good. That means I have more of a chance if I play your India. That's
Oh
okay
yeah,
for me.
you see an aggressive sepoy,
Okay, so
like I said,
yes,
12
5 plus
sepoy.
5.
I would really like to, I don't know, heal his heroes or something, because he was just, I don't know.
Yeah, they were not, like one was already on 250 HP and the other one not sure, but he's just gonna take out the house, I think.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just take out the house, not the villas. Because it's obvious that moving his villagers in the TC.
I'm not sure why he's even moving back so far though. Could have been like one or two more hits because you're gonna be hit by a town center anyway. It doesn't really matter if you stand here like or near the tree, but he's gonna take that out for sure.
Yeah, that's a good thing because
Yes.
China is gonna be delayed quite a lot.
Maybe he's gonna even grab some of these llamas. That would be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. He could take like. And Nagayumi is doing a pretty nice job, just poking out with a villager just to try and buy time.
Yeah, I think he should actually be moving his llamas back now that he still has line of sight from his.
He's sending
his
for
village.
Kev also. That's nice. I know.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like initial hard push because he had 120 XP. He can sneak
to be
this in.
honest, yeah, look, he's
Look,
gonna
he has
take
all the
all
llamas.
those cows.
But he's not taking them.
And they are pretty fat, so
Wow, this is
Yes.
insane, man. This is such a huge boost for India. If he's gonna... Oh wait, of course
Hey,
they
he's
can't eat
taking-
llamas. But he has XP,
I
so...
wouldn't. If I would be him, I wouldn't show my 4 I would just stay. I would
Yes.
just stay randomly, like in a hidden spot, and just.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. You see that he's immediately targeting the cavalry with his town center.
Exactly.
So that is of course good play by Nagayumi.
Oh, he's
Uh,
starting to see
He's by the way not building building his wonder with more villages. Do you think he's delaying it on purpose? Because he doesn't want to have them out right away? I think that might be the case.
I don't know.
Or- like he could have been building it a little bit faster, but he chose not to.
He's with many vills in that house idle. I don't know why. Look.
Maybe, oh, they're now out, yes.
He could probably crush his army if he just. Yeah,
He's
he
gonna-
has enough sepoys, and the elephant's gonna tank everything.
Yeah, but he should... Okay, this is gonna be really close. If he has to take out this cavalry, I think he has to use his
Should just-
villages as well.
Yeah, he should just attack some vills at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna use
Just
his hero, which is
try
of
to
course nice
harass
tank
them.
as well. Meerman being called now, a little bit early I would say. I mean, the I would actually wait to the for the arquebusier to pop out at the back of the house, try to lure in the Indian player a little bit more, and then pop out the Meerman to trap your opponent.
And I would just. Yeah, this is not good for Nagayumi. Look, his vills are just out of position.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His Minutemen just out of position.
They're not being used at the cavalry so far, so he's making some disciples though.
But still, he's.
Okay, look at this position, that's very nice. The cavalry can't really get through, so the Minutemen and the hero are blocking. The town center, I hope, is
Don't
only
like,
63.
no, I don't like that the camels and the hero are in the same group.
Yeah,
That
they're
slows
slowing it
down.
down.
The hero is in the cover
There's still
mode.
one elephant left, by the way. And the key here is for the Indian player that as long as the elephants are targeting the skirmishers, they will do quite decent damage. If the skirmishers have to take out the elephant, it will waste so much
Why
fire.
is he not poking into the skirms?
Yeah,
He's
not
just
sure.
targeting the hero. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's a mistake for sure.
We'll just go and kill the skirms, and yeah, then he has nothing left.
The thing is that he probably feels that he's not going to be doing too much of an effective trade. Finally, the elephant goes down, which means the skirmishers have full range. But like you said, the key is that when you have this elephant tanking so much damage and slowing down your skirmishers, that's when you want your separate to be targeting the skirmishers, because then you can do very good damage without the skirmishers running away. But now as it is, the skirmishers now can just abuse their advantage in range, and then your separates are not useful anymore.
I think he's still in a pretty good position, but he sent his Changadaos instead of the musketeers.
Yeah, that is a little bit odd.
And
On the other
Nagayumi
hand,
is-
I'm not sure actually. I mean, he probably the way that the rush went with the 4 Sowars as well, he probably knows he has a little bit more time. Only now the stable is coming up, by the way, for Diarouga.
Yeah.
Do you actually think?
Hussar?
Oh, that's yeah, that's okay. I think actually that if you have these Chang Daos here, you are quite good in protecting from cavalry, and then your skirmishers can poke a lot. I'm not sure if it's a bad decision per se. Do you actually think that Diarouga should not have shipped like 600 wood instead of the wood trickle in the second age?
Did he send the trickle?
Yeah, he sent a trickle. I think maybe 600 wood would have been better.
Yeah, that I don't see any market from him. Ah, I see it. But still, I think 600 would have been just much better.
Just to get it a little bit faster going with the market upgrades, the house that you need, and of course the stable. Which also means that a second push with camels could come in a little bit faster than it is now. On the other hand, he does have map control. And
He's probably
yes,
gonna get this villager.
I
That's gonna
see.
be nice. But I still think he's in a fine position, even though
How is he gonna go over there even? There's not even a dead hunt.
Yeah, he was probably wanted to raid and yeah, just.
But I mean,
fuck.
why via that angle? But okay, maybe. By the way, he has his musketeers now from the
Was it
consulate.
shipment or
No,
just
it was not the intervention cards, just from the consulate, from the export, I think.
Yes.
Actually,
these 3 cav?
or it doesn't show, right?
He has the line of sight from Ottoman, so he knows when he's coming.
Yeah, that's a good thing indeed. Nagayumi now going to move his army to protect this house. He of course wants to have access to that gold mine in a little bit. Maybe he's even going
I
to bring
would
something
be-
like
I would
Manchu
just
or
go to his base now. If I saw his army right there, I would just try to.
Yeah, but he was already, of course, he has to walk all the way around, so it would take quite some time. I really, this musketeer that he had, is that just from the consulate? I thought it was like, if you see the number of musketeers, I thought it was an intervention shipment.
Yeah, it's the intervention. It's 9 musketeers.
Yeah, I thought as well, but it doesn't show in the UI, so
Yeah,
that
it's
got me
probably
confused.
some bug
Okay,
or something.
but indeed, that's
So-
the intervention then?
You usually get 6 musketeers from the consulate itself, and the 9
Yeah.
from the intervention.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was thinking about. Okay, so we see that the stable, of course, is being used to make as many sour as he can. He's also going to slowly mix in Gurkhas because he has enough anti-cavalry in Sepoys already.
Basically.
Looks
Only
like a
needs
little bit of
Gurkhas.
army exchange here. I mean, one of them is going towards the center, the other one is going to look for a push on the right side of the China base. He's going to grab one villager. China, that is.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. But he's still not pushing out. No.
I think China is in a totally fine position. I mean, maybe he's even going to wait for some cavalry for these Gurkhas. Like, for example, 5 of these meteor hammers.
Yeah, that would be nice. But
But look at how
I
many
don't
are
like
pushing.
I don't like that his musketeers are with the skirms in the same group.
Yeah, they're going to be picked up by the Gurkhas for sure. Oh,
He
there
just-
we have the rocket, by the way. This is going to be crucial. If he protects his rocket properly with all the pikemen and the musketeers, he can just do so much damage to the Indian guy. How are you going to deal with this as India? You have to come from the back. You have to go for a huge surround. But it's going to be really cost ineffective to deal with this rocket protected by all these units, I feel.
Yes. I would just split my units in a pretty good way, so it
Yeah.
doesn't take that much
Ooh,
area.
let's see
That's
how he
like
protects it. Okay, he's
Can-
responding on time.
yeah,
What is he
this-
doing?
What is he doing?
He probably tried to go in one group, but then realized the other one was too far behind.
I think Nagayumi is not doing the right thing, pushing out into the fort.
What do
He
you
should
mean?
probably go other side, or I don't know. Even though he has the rocket,
I think he just wants to take out this this base to make
the
sure there's no
Lupus
unit strength.
musketeers are just getting picked off.
Yeah,
because
nice poking by Diarouga, by the way, trying to use his range as much as possible, but not being too much into the range of the cannon. Oh, now he's gonna go for it.
Now he's gonna go for it. I would go with two group.
The
with
mine was
the
in the
two
way.
group.
Oh, the mine. Being the advantage here from the Chinese player, and even bringing in the 5 meteor hammers.
Yeah,
It's
that's,
kind of
that's
scary for the Gurkhas. Oh, this is tough. This is definitely tough.
should send Minutemen if you can. Ah, he's with British, so he can. Yeah, this is pretty bad for the
He's
Indian.
still trying to do as best as he can, by the way, with the Gurkhas, picking off musketeers left and right and staying out of range from most of the arquebusiers and out of the rocket range. He has no barracks up in the back, so if he loses this fort, which he now has, he has no way to produce anything actually. Oh, he's now making a barracks here on the right side. Just buying himself time. We do have to say though that Diarouga is on 47 villagers, compared to Nagayumi just 34. And Diarouga also has 2 of these trickles, so his economy is actually quite good.
Yeah, it's like
So, if he
it
can hold
doesn't
this
matter.
out, because no trading post for China, I think if the Indian guy can hold this out a little bit longer, then he can get a good mess together probably.
I think
And-
Nagayumi is gonna send Manchus or something his next card, which will be crucial.
He has 670 gold, so not sure what's his plan is. Could be. That would be really useful indeed. Oh, he's gonna go for a side raid there. Yes.
One scout, it's pretty nice. He's just
Although Diarouga is decently positioned to deal with this, I would say. Oh, Nagayumi is gonna push on the home on town center. But Diarouga just shipped 600 gold. Diarouga is in no position to age yet, although he has 980 food. Maybe he's gonna look for an age up.
that's not a good thing.
I think I would have massed, not age.
Exactly. And Nagayumi has all these calves here, which we will deal with the Gurkha.
Yep.
Nice.
No, Diarouga is no, he's not gonna age. Yes. Let's see what he has in queue. Hold on a second. He has Zemburex in queue, so he made a new stable there on the right side as well. So he's not gonna ace, but he's gonna make units. But his micro's a little bit off. I mean, he has 1k food. What's he gonna do with that? Meanwhile, he's losing his houses. Sorry.
Tables and 2 Rexes. Probably that would be the best.
He still has the option to call Madman from a town set. I really hope he's gonna do so, just to tank a little bit of fire when his army is gonna engage here.
He even has enough export to buy 6 musketeers from the consulate.
There we have the Madman, by the way. And yes, I hope, but he looks like he's not gonna remember that. Zemburex should be targeted on the cannon as well, and he's gonna deal with the cannon, and that means that he's actually in quite a good position if he's gonna target it. Although the cap is just
Cannon is
gonna
still, his Zamburex are just not in a good position there.
he should just kill the cannon. Oh, finally he's doing so. The Zemburex are kind of running around a little
Zamburex
bit.
get raped by the meteor head.
Yeah, they just run into the cavalry. Although I think it's still okay-ish.
4 more cap coming, so...
Yeah, okay, that's kind of...
Did you notice, by the way, that Nagayumi was nicely microing on the sepoys? So they are just... There is one more sepoy left in the group.
Oh, that's a nice job. I didn't see that. I was
Yeah,
actually...
he was not microing on the other units, just on the sepoys, so
Just
he's
on the
kept them...
sepoys. Okay. Yeah, I think that there was a little bit of slip up. I was so confused by the Zemburex just running in and back, and then... the problem is, he was running his Sawars in, and then Nagayumi kind of forced them away with the musketeers and the pikemen to the left side. And that means that there's no way for you to catch up on that because all your infantry is on the right side. So Nagayumi can just shield off any cavalry that you have with just like a small number of units, because you need your Gurkhas and your Sawars to work together to be able to lure the pikemen toward the Gurkha and then shoot the pikemen off and then come in again. And when you are spread like this, like if I point out on my screen here now, he had Gurkhas on the right side, Nagayumi was in the center, and the Sawars were on the left side. That means that you can cut their Sawars off quite easily. And then of course yes, this cavalry coming in, Chinese cavalry is actually quite good still, so yeah, he's going to be able to deal with the Gurkhas, no problem. I do have to say that Diarouga was probably very busy in micro and macro still, but he has 1200 food and 400 gold, so that is a little bit of a slip up. I feel if that would be invested in an army, I think he would have just killed this.
Yeah, he did quite nicely. I know, I didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah, for me also it was a little bit of a surprise that it turned out this way, but and even so, he is still 10 villages ahead, and he has
Recalls, the market, everything.
the wood trickles. And by the way, just now he is calling this British Expeditionary Company from the consulate. He has it in queue.
Musketeers.
So I'm really surprised that he is actually already out.
Had a very good ego behind this. And
Yeah, but his eco was decent. I mean, 48 villagers. The only thing is he has to transfer it, or he has to go like to the right side of this map where there's still a hunt available, but felt a little bit of a surprise to me. Anyway, nice series. That means that Nagayumi is gonna take this 4-0. Let me see it over here. And that means that Nagayumi is gonna advance to the next round, which is gonna be the round of 4, otherwise known as the semi-finals of this Age of Empires Spring Championship. I'm gonna quickly... You see, by the way, here that the economy for Diarouga was so much better here. Sorry there. Like Blackstar me just mentioned earlier, 600 wood could have probably been a better option to make sure that he got his economy rolling a little bit faster. Maybe the wood trickle after, when he's already on the push, you know, to deny the Chinese guy from gathering more. And like early on, he could have made a little bit better use of his camels and his elephant, and then of course the sepoys in the back doing quite good damage as long as they are in range of the skirmishers. But when the Sawars and the elephants died, then your sepoy can't do decent anymore, because Nagayumi can of course micro his skirmishers with the range against your sepoy. So that really put him in a difficult spot. But in the end, the last engagement was Nagayumi is very nicely targeting sepoys, as Blackstar mentioned. And I feel that Diarouga messed up a little bit with his cavalry micro. First the Zemburex, maybe a misclick, not sure, but not doing optimal. And then the Sawars kind of being shielded off on the left side, not being as useful as they could have been. So, there we have it. Blackstar, thank you for joining in.
Yeah, you're welcome, and yeah, I'm glad to be here and commentate with you.
Thank you. And then we also have, by the way, for you guys, Blackstar playing versus Kinnessy. It's gonna be maybe next Friday. Not sure. We have to keep an eye on the forums where I'm pretty sure Blackstar is gonna post. and figure out how it's gonna be. But anyway, Blackstar of course playing in this tournament as well, and he is also in the round of 8. So it's definitely going to be an interesting match to see him playing versus Kinnessy. And of course also best of 7. So be sure to keep an eye on that when it's